What's up, you guys? Welcome to Bariatric Confessions with your girl, Sephora Herbert. So I am in my car because I was listening to, I'm reading one of Russell Brunson's books. It's called Expert Secrets. It's his second book that came out. And he basically gave like a format or formula or framework, because that's what he calls like all his stuff, a framework for doing a podcast and other things. But right now I'm on the podcast section. And he said, if you record a podcast every day consistently and upload, obviously, a podcast every day for 1 year, you'll never have to worry about money for the rest of your life. And I heard this on TikTok at first, a couple weeks ago, but the person couldn't remember where they heard it from. And lo and behold, it was in his books, in one of his books. And I'm an avid listener to Russell Brunson. I love his podcast. And I'm like, challenge accepted. So, and it's not all for money, or never having to worry about money ever again. It's to build consistency, which goes back to my very first podcast. So this is day one of 365, and we gonna do 365 podcasts for a whole entire year. So today I want to talk about excuses, because that's what's been on my mind since I got up this morning. And excuses are annoying, because you give yourself excuses all the time to get out of stuff. And the main reason is not, that you didn't have time or whatever. The main reason is that you just didn't want to. But like, that's how I see it. At least for me. Like yesterday, y'all know I'm doing this arm workout. It's a 14-day arm workout, and I did not get up. I was so tired. Like I said, I don't sleep at night because of my kids. So they wake up and in the middle of the night, and they like to wake me up. So it was very, like, I was tired. I was really tired. And I gave myself the excuse of not getting up. And I allowed myself to eat that excuse and just digest it. And I did not get up early. Like right now, my kids are asleep in the house, and it's perfectly fine. It's peaceful. I done worked out, and now I'm doing my podcast. And after giving myself that excuse, this is how I know it's an excuse. After I give myself the excuse and I live in the excuse, whatever it is, like in the case of yesterday, not getting up, I feel awful. I regret it. Like almost instantly once my kids wake up. So because now, I'm taking care of them, which is perfectly fine. But, I didn't eat breakfast. I haven't drank any water yet. And here it is. They get up, because it's summertime, they get up around 10 o'clock. I don't let them sleep too late, 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30. And here it is, 10 o'clock, and I haven't even drank water. And I got up at 9. So, like, the fact of the matter is, yes, I was tired and all the other stuff. But bottom line is, if I really wanted to get up and work out and do the 14-day challenge consistently, like every day consistently, I would have done it. And it wouldn't have mattered if I got 2 hours of sleep. Or, maybe I would have done it throughout the day, but I had to work. I had to finish a flyer for one of my clients. So I didn't have time. And then after that, it was, like I said, my evenings belong to my kids. Football, cheerleading, whatever sport they're in. So that consumes that. And like here, the day moves on. And I feel bad because I didn't do anything. Like I didn't do anything that I wanted to do initially. And that's how I know it's an excuse, because I feel bad instantly. I feel bad almost instantly. And so like, I'm like, okay, well, when my kids start whining and stuff, I tell them, I said, put it in your pocket. Yep, take that wine, put it in your pocket, and just leave it there. And that's what I feel about excuses, because they don't help us reach our goals at all. They don't. They're like a crutch. And so we give ourselves excuses, why we can't work out, why we can't lose the weight, why we can't eat healthy. Oh, it was a baby shower this weekend. Oh, it was a cookout. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. And we give ourselves excuses. And then the excuses, they pile up so much that they just become our reality. And that's not okay. This one dude I follow who seems to be really cool, at least his little advice or motivation tips or whatever, I forget his name. But he said, why do you tell yourself you're going to do something? You tell your job, you'll be there at 9 o'clock, you're there at 9 o'clock, you tell other people you're going to do this and you actually follow through. But when it comes to yourself, you tell yourself you're going to do something. You want to start working out on Monday. You want to eat healthier on Monday or whatever it is. And you don't do it. And it's why do you lie to yourself? And there's really no excuse for the why, except for the fact that you just don't want to do it now. So I want you guys to think like I'm going to think, like I'm thinking. And put those excuses in your pocket and just, let them melt like it's a piece of M&M, a piece of chocolate in your pocket. Just let it melt, because you don't need the excuses. The excuses aren't going to get you anywhere. And I know that. We know that, right? So it's okay, we know the excuses are not going to get us anywhere. So then what's the next step? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. My husband, he gets up at 4 something in the morning most days to get to work by 6:30. Today he got about 3.5 hours of sleep. Sometimes he don't sleep. I don't know. And he got about 3.5 hours of sleep, and he got up anyway and went for his 2-mile walk. So that's what I'm saying. If it's in you to do whatever you want to do, to execute that thing, like E.T. says, execute. If it's in you to execute, then you'll do it regardless of whatever the excuse you could come up with. You'll do it regardless. Excuses are useless, and they really are, because they don't help us reach our goals. So we have to stop with the excuses and be honest with ourselves. I think that's where it starts. Be honest with yourself. Why don't I want to do this? Because I didn't want to do it today. Okay, so you don't want to do whatever it is today. Let's say you don't want to work out. You don't want to work out today. Okay, well, what will not working out today lead to? Did you make a promise to yourself that you were going to work out today? Just do it. Just do it, because what I learned, and constantly learning, especially when it comes to this bariatric journey, is that being consistent is what will lead you to success, and the excuses will sure enough lead you to failure. So be honest with yourself. Be really honest with yourself, and because nobody knows the real answer except you, and you really know the real answer. You just have to allow yourself to accept it. And I think accepting the real answer for why you don't want to work out or why you want to eat, something. You want to eat out, acknowledge it, bring it to the forefront of your mind, acknowledge it, push it out there, and then do whatever you're going to do with it. I'm eating this because I want to. I'm eating a cookie. I'm eating a cookie because I want to. I'm eating this chocolate chip cookie because I want to. The end. Not the excuse of, oh, well, I had a bad day. And no, it's an excuse. And it's a reason for you to continue on, bad behavior. But if you call it out, you can potentially cease that bad behavior or that negative behavior. Or you're just being really honest with yourself, which just leads to you just owning whatever you're doing. Excuses prevent ownership. That's what it does. So you guys, don't forget to take a screenshot of this episode and let me know what you think. Post it on your stories and TikTok, and let me know what you think about excuses and how you can stop the excuses. so that way you can take ownership of your actions. Okay, guys, until next time, I see you later. Till tomorrow. Peace.